What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Mark Show. We're back here to discuss episode. Oh, there you go. Oh, damn, wrong one. 7. Yes, up for the 8. Episode 7 of the ESPN documentary Last Dance. Talking about Michael Jordan, of course, Chicago Bulls. Of course, we got my boy Jason Purple here. So let's get into it. Let's go ahead and get into this conversation. Go ahead and describe the episode in one word, my man, because I got a good one. Let me see what you got.
We're talking about episode 7,
Yes, sir.
Relentless.
Okay.
The reason I say relentless is that this dude is he's got a different motive than most people, and he's got a master sense, like a master sensei sense of keeping focus on the task at hand.
Yeah.
And sometimes it really only takes a couple of things to be said or to be done in order for him to find some motivation on something and to carry that through. Especially like the whole entire time that he was playing baseball. I mean, to be honest with you, he went over there and how crazy it was for him to leave basketball to play double-A baseball and for him to improve as fast as he did.
Yes. Yes. My word is switch. You know, he switched leagues. He switched sports. It is, he went from one end of the spectrum to another, like completely. It's like it happened. It kind of happened overnight because when he retired, it was like last minute. Hey, I'm retired. That's it. So but definitely with the baseball thing, like you could see he needed something like that in his life. He really did.
Yeah.
He really did. Like to the point to where I guess it was very like not motivated, but just peaceful in a way, calming with everything happening with his dad.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, like he just needed time away, and baseball was it.
Yeah. It's a chance to go do something else. It's a chance to go do something that he naturally loved as a child. So, I mean, I totally get it.
Mm-hmm.
You have to understand that at that time, of course, there was no social media, but everything that was controlled was by the newspapers and as well as the television stations.
Yeah.
So they controlled the narrative in a specific subject. And with him, I mean, you have to understand it was like more of a 5-year run right there. If you go to extending the Pistons to 2 different Eastern Conference matchups to eventually breaking through and then winning 3 straight after that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So, and after that, at that point in time, he was the most recognizable person literally on the planet Earth at that particular time. You know what I mean? It was either him and what? It was him, Michael Jackson, and Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and Michael and Jordan was leading that at that point when we get to like 91, 92, 93.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm sure a lot of it had to do with the fact that my man can't even go hang out at the casinos. You see what I'm saying? I got the dough,
Right.
It ain't tricking if you got it. You know what I'm saying? So, in all honesty, though, I'm sure that we're on him because he was like the very first one that had the Teflon image for a while. You know what I mean? Like they be like Mike and all the products and so forth. That dude was endorsing everything. And trust me, when we were kids and everybody was around us, anything that dude endorsed, you was going to get it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That is true.
I mean, seriously, wearing some tighty whities. I ain't trying to wear no tighty whities. But if they're Hanes, okay, I'll make an exception.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Like, hell, Haynes, he made sure the tight whities, the T-shirts, yeah, anything he was part of, you gonna buy. Hey, most of us, that's why he bought McDonald's so much. I could afford to eat McDonald's. I want McDonald's.
Yeah. So I remember when I was a shorty too, like they had this poster that it was 3 different highlight poses. One, he was coming up with the one was a kiss the rim. The other one was a tomahawk slam, and I'm trying to remember the third one. But if you flip them in reverse on the other side of the poster, and you combine all 3 posters, it's Jordan, 6'6". So it's 3 different posters. So I had my mother like literally drive me all over the city because they wouldn't sell the posters. They sell the posters at certain locations and certain hoods in the city of Chicago, right? So
Yeah.
we drive up to the north side, and then we drive to the south side, and then and I was off the west side. So we'd go to different ones and so forth to try to get in. Like finally, it took me about 5 weeks to get 3 different posters.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And so the poster would just kind of hang on your wall. When you flip it backwards, it's him just standing there with a ball. But it's like to measure yourself, if you can get up to like 6'6".
Oh, that's cool.
Fun.
Cool. And actually, I know you wasn't on last week's episode. Just kind of rewind for a moment with the marketing. I don't know if I told you. I have the two complete sets of the Gatorades that he did years ago.
Oh yes, yeah, you told me about that. Yeah.
Yeah, I have two sets because it was two blue, two gold, and two red.
Okay.
So actually, that's when I got all those from HEB. Like back in I think 2009, 2010.
Wow, you still have them. They probably go for a grip now, right?
I don't know. I have.
Like, I remember going across it on the internet one time, and I'm trying to say like, I seen those two, and they were in the thousands.
I literally have two sets right now in my garage and bags.
You might want to check the value of them, especially now the fact the Last Dance is on.
That is true. So appreciate that. Thank you.
No
Appreciate
problem.
it.
Here, commerce.
But speaking of the baseball, it's just that man you could tell he was tired. Like he needed a break from everyone because he couldn't get that previously. But with him going to baseball and able to hang with the team, the Double A squad, that right there gave him everything he needed because he needed that bad. He needed that time away. And honestly, I didn't know he finished at 202 batting average. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was watching the night that he hit his first home run. Like he had been getting close for like a week before he hit his first home run. He kept hitting the warning track, hit warning track, like almost like a 4 or 5 game in a row where he's hitting the warning tracks. And I'm like, man, this dude's gonna, mess around and hit a home run soon because you could see he was starting to catch it. And he was weird because he went on they mentioned it in the thing too. He went on a 13-game winning streak, a 13-hit winning streak.
Yeah,
excuse me.
Yeah.
At the beginning of his stint down there at the Birmingham Barons.
Mm-hmm.
I was also watching. It was another time too. They showed up just a little bit. It was a preseason game, and it was before interleague baseball game. So before you would never really see the Cubs play the White Sox unless they both made it to the World Series. Mm-hmm. And so before interleague, and they were playing each other in the preseason, and they called him up to play in that game, and he hits a double that ties the game.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in Chicago, did they even show those games?
Yes. It was either going to be on WGN. If you're talking about the White Sox versus Cubs, yes, that was on WGN. Before it was like Comcast Sports Network, it was like Sports Channel before that. Mm-hmm. But the Birmingham Barons, no, they wouldn't show those games. What they would do is that they would show a replay of them if something should happen.
Okay.
Right. So basically, you would see a replay sometime anywhere between 2 and 6 o'clock in the morning. They would replay the Birmingham Barons game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And for me, I was just coming back from the clubs.
And what? Hold on. How old were you then?
In 93? 93, I was a junior in high school, I think.
Come on.
I was sophomore in high school. So maybe I wasn't in clubs. I was just partying or something like that. But yeah, I come home, and you got two choices. You get home about 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, you got two choices. The first choice you got is watching a Sports Center loop over and over every hour. It's the same Sports Center. And sometimes you caught doing that.
I remember that. I remember they did that.
Or BET Uncut.
Yes, I remember BET Uncut.
That's right.
Some good stuff on BET Uncut. Good stuff.
I need a tip drill.
You're going to go there without one.
Yeah.
But But and just we all they should have known the way this man works out that he at some point he's gonna figure out the breaking ball. They should have known at some point because yeah, he did suck. He was horrible. But once he started getting that practice in, they should have known. Yeah, you forget who we're dealing with.
Yeah. Yeah, but it was kind of crazy because that second season when he was gone, when Horace was already gone, and Scotty came off the season he had the year before, they turned around and like and they were struggling. Like we were like 500, we were getting killed.
Yeah.
And he came back with like 17 games left. I remember that day too. I want to talk a little bit about the retirement day. So, or when they announced the retirement a little bit. So
Okay,
before
let's go.
the baseball, because we really didn't discuss that. And I can remember where I was at that particular time is because we were sitting there and the White Sox, this is going into 93. So the White Sox had a 2-year stint where they pretty much almost had the best team in baseball. They fell short the year before 93, right? And 94, they went, and that was a strike season, right? And both those years, their best player, Frank Thomas, was the AL MVP.
Okay.
So the dude was in a playoff game, and the dude decided to come out in that jersey shirt, not the jersey shirt, the jean shirt and the jean, and I think he had like some jabots on.
Uh-huh.
He had a jabot set on. He was a fit. Like his shirt was like made out of jeans, and yeah, he came out like that. And then, dude, they announced his retirement, and like, I want to tell you that it felt like somebody died, like in the city. There's 2 times. It's kind of funny that 2 times the city has ever felt like that. Like even when Walter Payton died, it was like sad, but it wasn't like crazy like that.
Mm-hmm.
2 times it happened. It happened when Mike retired the first time, and when Derrick Rose injured his ACL, MCL during that playoff series. It felt like somebody died, bro.
That's
Like she was sad and shit and crying in the pillow.
yeah.
Yeah.
I could imagine being out there. That was insane. Even when they showed footage of the people, of the faces, everyone just kind of like just watching it happen. It was like, what just happened? Like he was tired. Like what? You could just see people just like sad, like depressed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I mean, like for those of us who had been there from the very beginning and been part of that trials and tribulations of getting a better team and improving every year to the point where we finally break through and then you win 3 championships. You're on top of the world. Can't nobody tell you shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 3 championships. Man, we walk in, starter jackets, all that stuff like that, man. Like proud. Proud. We can go anywhere in the world and say we from Chicago.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And then that retirement, we was like, oh, we didn't think it was gonna end like that.
It kind of did.
Yeah.
It kind of did. And the whole rumor with David Stern, like, no, that I don't know how people believe that one, but that's the media for you. They try to twist it around, you know.
Well, okay, so another part of it too is you have to understand a little bit of the context of the city at that time. With gambling, sometimes brings in parts of the mafia. The mafia was still huge at that time in Chicago. Yeah, they still had some wise guys. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so it's feasible. It's possible, even though no one really believed it, it's possible that if they're using the gambling thing as an excuse for his father passing away, you can see how that logically makes sense. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
How the dude was just driving home and he happens to, he didn't check in a hotel, meaning his dad. He decided to, take a nap on the side of the road, which in a country sense is pretty normal. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But to the rest of the world, it's not.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like for someone, the thing is someone of his stature, meaning the father of Michael Jordan, most people kind of took it at that time like, my man should have just checked in the hotel if he was tired. You see what I'm saying?
True.
And that's how they were able to perpetuate that. But I mean, I never believed it because it was a normal thing for some people, but for most people, maybe not, to pull over on the side of the road. And on top of that, he driving a Lexus and they just ran up on him.
Yeah. He just in the wrong place at the wrong time, pretty much.
Yeah, because I mean, but you would understand though how the whole mafia plot of them trying to create that thing that it was because of his gambling that how is it that this dude's on the side of the road and he just so happened to run into two kids that end up eventually murdering him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
So definitely crazy time, and
Mhm.
of course, with uh, your boy wearing the tens, say, "Hey, come on back! Hey, come on, let's go." I remember that game. I remember watching that game live on TV
Mhm.
when they showed it, and him actually doing that. Like, yeah, we need you back, and back quickly too.
Mhm. Yeah. Show up in the 4-5.
Right?
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, I'm enjoying this series a lot now. There's some things that I wish that they would put in, but I can understand how they're going about it. But they've left it raw and real
Yes.
in regards to the emotional aspect of it, in regards to how much his father did mean to him, how much it had him all messed up in the head. Because I mean, people grieve in different ways, and especially if you lose someone like that you have admired since you were in diapers.
Yeah.
It's a struggle.
Gotcha. So far up to seven. Which one's your favorite episode? I know for me last week, I think so far five has been my favorite because it was a mixture of everything.
Mhm.
It was a mixture of a lot. What about you? Which one do you think so far your favorite from one to seven?
I thought tonight was good because I thought when I think it was the end of episode 7, and probably the best part to me when he was trying to explain his tendency to be somewhat of an asshole, like to get the best out of people. He brought it to a level like, dude, this is what I do. And all I ask of you is to give me the best of you. I'm not
Yeah.
asking you to be me. I'm asking you to be better. I just ask you to be the best version of you. You need to come to work and be about that life. Be
Yeah.
about that life. And
And
to see him get emotional about what it did is it brought him back all the way to his first time he ever picked up a basketball. It seemed like his whole life was like that, was fighting up.
yeah. And that's what I say too, like at that end, you could tell he wanted to kind of like shed a tear because it took him back somewhere. It took him back to that place. Because
Yeah.
he pushed him so hard. I don't know if he maybe like he don't regret it, but it just took him back to a place like he probably didn't expect to go. Because you could tell he got emotional for a moment. As they say, cut. He was done. He couldn't at that point.
People like that appreciate the grind, but more often than not, don't turn around and look back. People like that are usually called like they don't take the time to smell the roses. They're so focused on pushing forward. And I think that was a moment in time where it was like he got to smell his own roses, meaning he got to have an appreciation for his own work and
Yeah,
everything that's put in to get to where he was. He didn't take any shortcuts. He didn't cut any corners.
yeah, definitely. But so far, said been an amazing series up to this point. Hell, what else happened? I think this was mostly about that, right? I'm trying to think. There was nothing really else toward the end of it. Because that episode 8 was the Forrest Grant Orlando Magic episode.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought. This was more of just him finding that peace and switching and just find that next gear that he probably forgot he had.
Right. Well, I mean, because there was lots of rumors and so forth about him being very direct, him being to the point where he's always on people, try to push them, him being disappointed in the middle of a game when somebody forgot their assignment, you know what I mean, or didn't rotate properly. And that just kind of put things into perspective. And hearing some people that have even butt heads with him in the past, hearing their testimony, meaning like Will Purdue, um, well, they didn't show Craig Hodges, but Craig Hodges has been talking. Um,
Yeah,
and,
I've been
and
seeing that lately. He's been talking
yeah,
a lot lately.
yeah. So basically, it's just like these dudes don't even run that. Like they're not best friends with Mike. They just happen to play on a team with him. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like Will Purdue really didn't see eye to eye with Mike whatsoever.
No.
But I understand how BJ's gonna say some things in a good light because BJ hang out with the dude now.
Yeah.
Right.
So not too bad of an episode.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, just pretty much it was his baseball episode, which was pretty short, So he got the time to do what he wanted to do, play his dad's honor and stuff, and came back winning 45. Then of course, oh boy, and of course, your boy Nick had to say something.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on, dog. Don't like Horace just said it. You just woke him up, and he saw it. He heard it, saw it, and everything. The 23 ain't 45, and yeah, that was enough. That was enough right there.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Uh,
No, it's been fun. For me, it's a little different because it's more of a nostalgia. It kind of wakes me up from my childhood and how dialed in I was at a particular time in my own, trying to do my own basketball aspirations as well as watching this dynasty unfold.
mm-hmm.
It was just pretty awesome. Yeah, I really enjoy all this.
Yeah, it really is. And also too, it's taking me back to where during these years I remember a lot of this footage happening, or even the games happening. Like I remember very vividly watching that was it game six, the Magic and Bulls, Orlando won. That was
Well, I know that was game 6. Yes.
I remember watching that game and watching Horace Grant get lifted up in Michael Jordan's face. I remember that vividly.
Yeah.
You could see in his face like, what the fuck just happened? You could see it in his face like, what?
Mm-hmm.
On our home court, what just happened?
Right. Yeah, but you can tell somewhere around game 3, you can tell that they had a better team than we did at that time that year. They were just moving the ball. They were so much more faster than us. Like they were gone.
That team was so sick. That
Yeah.
team was that team. Penny and Dennis Scott, Nick Anderson, Shaq, Horace. That team was just that starting five was amazing.
Yeah, but the problem was that Shaq was too young.
Yes.
Shaq didn't learn how to win yet.
Oh no, not even close.
Yeah, so I mean, when Shaq learns how to win, it's a completely different story. But
He didn't learn how to win to the Lakers.
Yeah, until Phil Jackson, Lakers, right?
Yeah, but hey, they came across my boys, the Rockets, and that's when Elijah Ryan swept them.
That's right.
What did Shaq say? I will never get swept again, ever in my lifetime.
He said that?
I remember, yeah, after that, because he was hurt. Like Shaq was hurt after that series against the Rockets because they swept them 4-0. And so,
they got swept the next year.
That's in the finals.
I know, but he got swept. So wait, when they played on Orlando Magic, that was 95, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that would have been the Rockets' second year winning back-to-back.
That was the second year, yeah.
The very next year,
they got swept in the Eastern Conference. That's about the finals. He said
right.
In the finals.
Oh, so he never gets swept again in the finals? What about the Eastern Conference finals? Man, Shaq was always getting swept back then.
Right. So
I think Shaq got swept at least 3 times.
With the Lakers, any?
Nah, I don't think it happened with the Lakers though.
Yeah, I don't know Lakers.
Nah, because that was the Pistons was in 5. Okay.
So, but that was a pretty interesting episode, to say the least, on this one. So, oh boy, I think that was pretty much everything besides the music. Once again, the music was off the chain. Hold on, who was that? That was in this one, Coolio, Fantastic Voyage.
Okay. No, I don't think it was Coolio's Fantastic Voyage. I thought it was Fantastic Voyage.
But wasn't the one?
The OG version. It wasn't Coolio.
Oh, I thought it was the Coolio version.
I don't think so. I think it's the original Fantastic Voyage.
Oh, it could have been, but I know that's what it was, Fantastic Voyage.
And then they played a little bit of KRS-One.
Yes, yes. I wouldn't be surprised if they drop the soundtrack on iTunes or Spotify or somewhere of all the music. Like,
Maybe.
let's go ahead and drop it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty much it for this episode. That's all I can think of. Being it's a baseball episode, which was short, so which makes this video kind of short. So it makes sense.
Yeah.
Ain't too much to talk about he needed his motivation back. That's what it was. After his dad died, that was the main thing. So, oh boy. But well, guys, that's it for this video. Before we get to the end, go ahead, my man Jason right here. Go ahead and give out the socials, please, sir. If someone want to contact you.
Okay, that's Jason Verpil at Instagram. That's VER, P as in Peter, IL.
Yeah, his name was in the corner. That's his right there. His name in the corner over there. His Instagram. Us, of course, here, the Mark Show on Instagram and such. And if you guys like this video, give us a thumbs up to see the screen right now. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video with people, of course. And that's it for today's video. And so, the words of my baby Zoe. We'll see you next time. Peace.